The topics and opinions expressed on the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4WN Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4WN Radio, its employees, or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4WN Radio.
Welcome to my radio and TV show, Debi Changes Lives. I'm Debi, your certified holistic health coach. I revitalize people's lives by helping them identify the root causes of their health and mindset issues and create a custom natural holistic strategy to address them in the areas of mind, body, and soul. As a health coach, I'm not saying that I heal, treat, cure, prevent, or diagnose any diseases. I can certainly make your body more efficient by reducing symptoms. You'll feel better, be more productive, and enjoy life more. Not many people have released 70 pounds, had a health and mindset transformation, and kept fit and trim for over a decade. I have, and I have staying power. And it's been over 12 years. I even became a half marathon runner at the age of 51 when I never ran from childhood to adulthood due to foot pain. And I have done 9 half marathons so far. Mindset is the key to lasting change. As a certified holistic health coach, I do revitalize people's lives in many different areas of health and mindset. I guide them to clean, toxic foods and high-quality essential nutrients. My coaching is for optimizing your health, whatever is needed, releasing weight efficiently when needed, and enhancing your mindset. With my clients, I help them recognize that their thoughts, feelings, and emotions drive their actions and results, sometimes good, sometimes bad. That's why it's crucial to have a positive mindset in life. It's also imperative to manage those emotions, especially those low vibrational emotions like fear, frustration, and doubt, because all they're going to do is slow you down and get you stuck physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Like a hot air balloon that has ballasts, I help my clients release those emotional ballasts and baggage so they can uplift to a better, happier, healthier life. In turn, they are releasing their stress. They're getting healthier and they're reshaping their core beliefs. You'll see and feel the differences with my coaching programs. Ask me about them. Set up a complimentary consultation at Debi Changes Lives. That's DEBICHANGES. LIV as in Victory ES.com/Linktree LINKTRE, or use that QR code and I'll guide you to a better, happier, healthier life with custom, natural, holistic solutions unique to you in the areas of mind, body, and soul. Today, I am honored to have there's a doctor in the group, David DArcangelo, a recognized author, financial expert, and a former host of a TV show, Money Talks. You can bring up the slide for that, as well as Dr. Joanne Conaway, a naturopathic physician, and Michael Swilling, a visionary entrepreneur. We're all going to be talking about the topic today. And with nearly 3 decades of helping people with financial success, you can go to the next slide, David, you can go, there you go. David's executive leadership includes serving as a founder and a chairman of one publicly traded company on the American Stock Exchange and a president of another. He's also a accomplished author where he's written Wealth Starts at Home, The Secret Asset, and just recently, NuCalm, Your Unfair Advantage. Now, David also advises micro and small cap companies using his uncanny ability to uncover assets and maximize profits to earn and respect of the CEOs nationwide. David holds a BA in economics with the University of Redlands, and also he was an All-American football player, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame. He continues his passion to with growth and breakthrough technologies as an entrepreneur and the chief product innovator at Social X. So we don't need to show that slide. We'll be discussing NuCalm for peak performance, stress release, and mental clarity. Let's welcome David DArcangelo, author.
Thank you, Debbie. That was terrific. Thank you very much.
Yeah, hold on. Chief entrepreneur, chief product innovator at Social X, Dr. Joanne Conaway, which is the next one, who she is a naturopathic physician, and Michael Swilling, a visionary entrepreneur. So everybody, welcome to my show, and thank you for thinking of me on my show, David. Thank you. So, David, I know you're excited to be here, yes. And we're going to start off with you. Okay, so could you briefly explain what NuCalm is and what separates NuCalm from other sleep and performance apps?
I'll do a quick overview, and then I think it's important really to talk about non-paid endorsers, which really make your product sing when that type of crowd that you drive, and NuCalm has got them. The quickest thing I can say about NuCalm is this: NuCalm is the world's most powerful, patented, clinically proven neuroacoustic software platform designed to safely and reliably help you change your mental state on command. Now think about what I just said. Change your mental state on command. Focus, concentration, high energy, sleep, right? Recovery. No one ever told me that. I wish I learned when I learned it from NuCalm, and NuCalm it's not a sleep app, and it's neuroacoustic science. And I just have to share that with everybody. When I came in, they taught me, I said, just tell me how to use it. And then I'm going to just say that it was so amazing. And to this day, that I can change my mental state on command without asking a single person. And it's changed my life.
So. Yeah, I think it's changing a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
And especially for those unpaid, because NuCalm is so good that we have unpaid endorsements. So why don't you talk about that?
Oh, so we always look at things by assess and value something new based on, well, who said it was great? Who said it was good? Who did you pay? What did you do? I'm just going to read you. There's nobody who's ever been paid for NuCalm and who used the product and endorse it. How about the Navy SEALs, the FBI, SWAT, Air Force? I'm just looking at the chart right now. The surgeons, they used it in surgery. 78 professional sports teams, Tony Robbins, Jim Quick, and my good friend Mark Victor Hansen, just to name a few. So you have to sit back and go, what? They use NuCalm? And it's just when you do NuCalm, put the headset on, you pick the state you want to change to, press the button, and it takes you there. It's literally amazing. Change your mental state in minutes.
It surely does. I've experienced that myself. Now, I'm sure you have some favorite apps. So what's it like for you in a day with which apps do you use?
What apps do I use on NuCalm? So my NuCalm protocol is this, and I'm excited to share it with you, and I know Michael is, and others. But you go to sleep at night, so your brain is vibrating. And when you go down to 0.5 to 4 hertz, it takes you there. I press the button, deepest sleep app, and in minutes, it takes me right down. The vibration in my brain goes right down. And I leave it on all night, right? All night until I wake up in the morning. This morning, I have it on my phone. It tells me how long I slept. When's the last time you slept 8 hours and 24 minutes straight without interruption? You wake up feeling like, wow, this is a new world. So I do it all night, and then I come in my office, I work out of the house, and then I travel a lot. And then what happens is a little bit later in the day, so I want to focus. I come to my computer like this, I put the headset on, I have my phone, I press the button for focus, the track on focus, and focus allows my brain, it takes it to 8 to 12 hertz in vibration, and you just like, it's like you feel like you could conquer the world. You get all the great ideas, you have focus, you have concentration. So then I get up, I go out, I walk my dog, we go to the park or somewhere, and then I come back and I want to do recovery. So I do rescue. Rescue is recovery. Jim Poole, the CEO of NuCalm, calls it the healing zone. I do that for like 30 minutes on the couch behind me in my office. And then I'm done, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you just feel like you're rejuvenated. So I'm not just getting excited about nothing. You read a little bit of my background, All-American football player. I know peak performance. I know what I'm capable of mentally and physically. And I believe clearly that God gave you gifts. And he didn't say just use 70% of them. So I want it all. NuCalm allows me to get to the peak mental and physical capabilities. I do my rescue, and then later on in the evening, I go to bed and I turn it on a speaker next to my bed, and I do deepest sleep. So that's my protocol.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. Now, I know some of these apps take a lot of time to work. So how long does it take to work?
Yeah. So I would say it takes me 5-10 minutes. It's you would think it's something more, but Jim Poole, the CEO, I asked him one time, I said, Jim, since I like performance, the app's working so amazing. And remember, this app on our phone that we download to our phone, and then we push the button on what we want it to take us to and put the headset on. It used to be a $6,000 medical device sold to doctors and the military and all of this exclusive clientele, whereas we're technology advanced, and now it goes onto your phone, and now we're taking it out to the world. Just amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing because it's like a tranquilizer. It's a nice, relaxing thing in your pocket. Yeah. But you wrote this book, and can you tell us more about your book, NuCalm, your unfair advantage?
Yeah, I always. I wrote the book NuCalm, Your Unfair Advantage. Yeah, there you go. Your unfair advantage. Look, something must be good about this book, because you see, I've got the little things in when you were younger, you would do, put them in, and I'd go back to them. It's so exciting for me to, hey, look, this one here, I'm going to do the stress test. What's the stress test? Oh, the stress test is, It's the most amazing. It allows you to, in 35 seconds, to speak into your phone, take the stress test. It's free. Everybody out there, go sign up for. They'll tell you where to go to get the 7-day free trial, but immediately do the stress test. The stress test will tell you your vagus nerve, for instance, is the master communicator of your autonomic nervous system. It connects directly to your vocal cords. So when you speak into your phone for 35 seconds, that means every sound your voice makes carries a precise fingerprint of your current physiological state. And it comes and it scores you. After the 35 seconds, it calculates everything up. The scoring is 1 to 100, higher being better, lower being less. First time I did it is I got a 72. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gotta be, I'm like, I gotta be better than that. And then what happened was it tells me, it tells you what the protocol is to improve your stress, right? To improve, because stress destroys everything. All of it, everybody who follows health and vibrations and your physiology, it's just stress is the worst. So now I got my 72 or 6 or whatever, I go and it tells me to go do rescue. It tells me to do deepest sleep at night. I went and did rescue for 30 minutes. Like I said, back on my couch, I do rescue. It's amazing. It's kind of like the healing zone, just to get your body in that state. And then wait a second, and then all of a sudden, I got up, I went and did the test again, and it was 91. I mean, what I asked Jim one day, that question, which I mentioned earlier, is, are the benefits of NuCalm cumulative? Meaning the more I do it, the better my body adapts and I perform. And that's in the book. I actually, he texted me that. I texted him, he texted me. I put it in the book just as it was, and you can read it. But cumulative means to me is like, oh my gosh, I'm always working towards better.
Exactly. And, with my own experiences, honestly, I never knew about NuCalm until my son was pretty ill, and he's still recovering from these health issues. Dr. Joanne Conaway actually told me about this app, and of course, as a parent, I had to try it first. And for my son is kind of like a kid that sometimes it's difficult for him to do. And what's interesting is that he really took to this app. He's using it regularly, which I really am happy about. He is a college student doing 3 degrees.
Wow.
Talk about stress.
Wow. Wow.
And, he uses the deepest sleep plus with a rescue and power nap. And last week, he got his first bachelor's degree in aerospace engineering. So he made it through that year, even though he had this illness that kind of slowed him down. So I gotta say, bravo for this app and everything else I was doing to get him there. Okay. And I personally love those apps. But another thing I really like is Ignite. I am not a person that can run in the heat. I kind of like melt. I kind of melt. I was running in the Tucson. I was really amazed. The first time I used this I was able to run, and I didn't feel that way. I got into the house and I felt great. I also am really amazed that rescue that I use at different times of the day melt the tension in my neck. I've been in multiple car accidents, and that tension, it's really tight sometimes. And obviously I sleep well. 3 through the
Right.
process of getting my son better, I wasn't sleeping that well, and I starting to sleep better. So
Nice.
all that was, something I really love. Now, one thing I know, I like the priming app by Dr. Neil. He's a chiropractor, and he uses tongue exercises because through our neck, all over our body, and that also relieves some of my neck pain. I actually did it while I was driving.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, that tension in my neck is gone while I'm driving. I didn't close my eyes. I'm going to tell you that much. I didn't follow that instruction, but I just did it. And it really helped me get through that long 8-hour drive.
Wow.
So that's my experience with the app. And since Dr. Joanne Conaway, advised me to use this app, I want her to talk about her experience.
I'd be happy to do that. I am like over the moon excited about this, and mostly because of the impact that it had on me, like immediately. When I first found out about this app, I have studied frequency and all of that, sounds and tones and all of that for many, many years. And I've had various different programs that I've used. And so when I first heard about this, I thought, I'm going to try it. Hey, what have I got to lose? I'm going to try it. So my situation is on Monday and Tuesday, I took care of my granddaughters all day long. I'm up by 5:15. I take care of my granddaughters all day long. And then I teach Monday night and Tuesday night. Monday night until almost 11, and then Tuesday night until about 9 o'clock. So needless to say, I get very tired. So when I first heard about this, I decided, all right, sounds good to me. I had put my granddaughter down for her nap. And because I had her down for her nap, I didn't want to use the headset. And I didn't want to use, any covering over my eyes or anything. I have to kind of watch her on the monitor, make sure everything's okay. I turned on Power Nap, and it shut me down so fast. I could not believe it. And when I woke up, it was like, oh my gosh, what happened to me? I could not believe how much energy I had. I couldn't believe, they say 20 minutes of power nap makes you feel like you've slept for 2 hours. I'm here to tell you, without a doubt. And so now it's part of every Monday and Tuesday for me. When I put Lila down for her nap, I do my power nap, and it has made all the difference in the world. I use the other programs as well, and I could go on and on and on. Definitely love the one all night long. Definitely love Dr. Neil. I love the tongue exercises. I love rescue. I could go on and on, but that's how I started, and no one can convince me that there's anything better in the world.
Yeah, that power I use right before the show, because it just gives me natural energy and it just relaxes me. That's one thing I love the power nap for. Now, Michael, you're well versed in NuCalm as well, and can you give us any additional takeaways on what your favorite apps are too?
Yes. Well, first and foremost, it's great seeing everyone. Debbie, thank you so much. This is a wonderful show, and appreciate the invite. David, you're amazing. Your book is spectacular. You are certainly an icon. And Dr. Conaway, you're just an incredible doctor. And thank you for sharing. Yes, it's life-changing in so many ways. It's very hard to pick a favorite one. As David had said in the beginning, literally, it's part of a routine now, part of my life, and it's made such a big change for both my wife and myself. The deep sleep at night is amazing. A lot of times you think of things that could be kind of, well, is it like a psychomatic, like do you really know if you're getting a good night's sleep? But my wife wears a watch. She's able to get up in the morning afterwards and actually not only have a great night's sleep, but also have a quality night's sleep. You might be able to sleep through the night, but when you're actually in REM, when your body's actually restoring, when you're actually in a state of I don't want to use the word healing, but you're getting that much needed rest is unbelievable. I'm passionate when I go to the gym, whether on the Stairmaster or the Nautilus. I'll put on the Ignite. It certainly feels a sense of excitement and going on and so forth. And rescue's been life-saving. Times when dealing with stress and this crazy world we live in right now, You know, you can just sit there, put your headphone sets on, and it's just so easy just to listen to a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes of rescue and a sense of calm. So I've never seen anything like it. You know, when you compare it to what else is out there, you're talking about, you know, it's got 2 patents, right? It was an FDA medical device, right? Over 79 professional sports teams have used it. David made a list of all the incredible people and really hit on that, David, non-paid endorsers. There's a difference when someone comes on who's a celebrity or well-known and they're being paid to do something. These are people who believe in the product, who use the product, and it's just unbelievable. So yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And you know, everybody, when you're stressed, you're in the sympathetic nervous system, the fight, flight, and freeze mode, which everyone's talking about. And when you start getting out of that mode, it's the parasympathetic nervous system where you rest and digest, and your breathing will be calmed down, and you'll be able to function so much better. And that's the whole point of this app. And yes, David wrote this book, and it's interesting. He wrote it for businesses to help their business be better, to showing them why they need to use this app so people would be more productive. People wouldn't be arguing as much, won't be nitpicking on emails and everything else. And then also in this book are those endorsements, you know, sprinkled throughout the chapters. And is there any endorsement you love the best, David?
You know, the Tony Robbins, Brooke Burke, and Dr. Kang, if I'm probably pronouncing his name incorrectly, the Harvard. I mean, let's face it. I wanted the company to be under the tightest scrutiny from the smartest people, so that we really have, you know, really done our homework before we take it out and recommend it. And it's just been phenomenal. We've got credit card processing now in over 100 countries, since it's an app online. Everybody, you can take it everywhere right now. I got up this morning and there were people in Ghana signing up. We have some people over there, top people, and they're getting the word out, and you know, Europe and all the different areas, and Australia. And it's just amazing to me that if you really care about changing not just your own life and giving, but sharing it, change with others, this is the most economical value, incredible value for your money that I've ever seen.
Without a doubt.
I don't know if I froze. Yes, I completely agree. And I don't know, a lot of people in the world are not sleeping well. Yeah. So once you get better sleep, your brain is going to be more on the ball. You're going to be a happier person. You're going to be obviously less stressed. And in the world that we live in right now, we need to be less stressed because people sometimes get emotionally tied into what's going on around us, where you really need to pay attention to yourself and what you are living your life in your present moment, and not react to things, be more proactive, because you can't control what's going on around us. And this app will help so many people, people that have medical problems, because every little bit of stress creates, I call inflammation, noise in your system, that slows down different body systems and causes different things. And your brain is controlling that, but so is your heart, and so is your gut. They're all tied together. So that's why it's important to, concentrate on being, proactive and staying within, what's going on with your own entire life, and not react to everything going on around you. And there's some great ideas in this book that you can get. And I really highly recommend this app, NuCalm. I mean, for somebody that I dearly love, who's, to change something is not exactly an easy thing, he adapted to this right away. And what really impressed him was the Navy SEALs, Special Forces, utilizing this app. And also that stress test. If they don't pass that stress test, I believe Jim said they would have to do rescue and try it again.
Yeah. The stress test is the world's first precise measurement of your nervous system, health, balance, resilience, powered by voice technology ever. Mm-hmm. So we're not just talking about a first in the other areas that we've been talking about, but this is a company, they spent 2 years to create the stress test.
Yep.
Right. And because the voice connects to the nervous system, et cetera, and it's a direct access. And so it just gives you an understanding of the quality of the people behind this. And that includes the people right here today.
So. And thank you, Dr. Joanne Conaway, for introducing me to this app.
My pleasure.
We may have some more time for closing remarks. So let's go and show people the offer, okay? And pretty much, you want to go to the offer, Rebel? This is the offer. In the next 48 hours, I'll pull a winner for one person to get this book. NuCalm, Your Unfair Advantage. Now, this is a requirement. People need to purchase the NuCalm app at this link, which is bit.ly/NuCalm with a capital N, lowercase u, capital C, and of course ALM. Lifetime has a capital L and discount has a capital L, and it's all one word. You're going to get a 15% lifetime discount and a no-risk 30-day money-back guarantee. There's a QR code too. So remember, this drawing ends in 48 hours when I draw the name. Oh, okay. And so the lucky winner will get the book. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this slide off. Do any of you guys want to say anything else before I go into wrapping it up, and then we'll have closing remarks?
What I will say is people are crazy not to try this. You've got a money back guarantee. You don't have to make the decision and say, oh my gosh, I feel like I shouldn't have done this, or you have that opportunity. Just give it a try.
True.
Yeah, I would just like to say that, as David alluded to, this product originally, when it was approved by the FDA as a class 3 medical device to help with anxiety, stress, depression, that's what it went for in terms of that. It was over $6,000. And what we've been able to do is take that and bringing it down to $42. And you can try it for 30 days. If you don't find yourself sleeping better, you don't find yourself in a better mood, you don't find yourself having a better workout, you don't find yourself, your blood pressure's down, you don't feel a sense of calmness, it takes 2 seconds and it's a complete refund. And what Debi's offering is less than anywhere in the world you can get it. What Debi's offering her listeners is a price that you can't. This is the lowest price that's out there. If you went directly to NuCalm, you pay, I think it's like $47. It's the exact same thing for less money. And
if you went directly, it's $50.
Oh, $50, yeah. And NuCalm doesn't offer a 30-day money back guarantee. So you're getting it for less, you're getting a guarantee, and it doesn't, something easy to try.
Anything else from you, David, before I,
I think I've said enough, and I just appreciated hearing Dr. Conaway and Michael Swilling and you take it over to close.
Okay.
Thank you.
I want to say that I am really grateful for you guys for being my guest today, and I will have you back. And but I want you to stick around for the closing remarks at the end, because all this was really emphasis on what the offer is and why they should do it. So thank you. So remember, I do revitalize. You can go to my slide. I do revitalize your life in many different areas of health and mindset, because I start off the gut, and I also work with the mindset. But I also help you with blood sugar, as well as hormones, brain and heart, bone and joint, and immunity. I help people who are anxious up to athletes, because I am guiding them to clean, toxic-free foods and high-quality essential nutrient products that will reduce symptoms. You'll feel better. And not only that, you may lose additional weight. For me, I was on maintenance and I lost an additional 20 pounds and made it up to 70. And obviously, it's going to uplift your mood. With my mindset coaching, I help you release stress, emotional entanglements, and emotions. And I'm there while you are reshaping your core beliefs if you need any assistance. And this app is also going to help you with, releasing that stress and helping you with your emotions a little bit as well. And so your mindset's going to be enhanced. With my health optimization and weight release, your body's going to be more efficient. So it's the mind-body connection that makes your heart and soul sing. Ask me about my program. Set up a complimentary consultation at Debi Changes Lives. That's DEBICHANGESLIV as in victory ES.com/Linktree, LINKTREE. Or use that QR code. And you'll get to know me, and I get to know you, and I'll guide you to your optimum health. And it begins with 1 or 2 assessments. The health evaluation is actually complimentary, where you rate your symptoms in the last 30 days in 4 categories of health. Some questions are in multiple categories. Answer them all. You'll get a baseline score. Don't be scared of the score. I will review it with you, and I will create that custom natural holistic strategy for you that's unique to you. We will monitor your score, and it will go down. I also have 2 different body scans, and I prefer to do the Zara link because I can send it remotely and internationally. It's actually gone to Australia and also at South Africa. The Zara link is a transdermal optical imaging app that I send a link to your phone. You scan your face for 30 seconds. It's going directly into your skin, looking at blood flow for components of energetic, functional, emotional, and different body systems and lifestyles. And that emotional component is such a hidden gem because it's using traditional Chinese medicine where emotion is tied to an organ. So anger tied to the liver. It's giving you an idea something's going on. This is a wellness report. It doesn't give you a diagnosis. And you're going to have biomarkers out of range and products and services that bring it into range. And one of the things could be this. And I will review it with you. When you move forward with me, because the scan does cost $75, I'll give you a $25 credit. Now, the Zara link, also known as TOI, is a transdermal optical imaging app, and you can look up its accuracy at PubMed.gov. That's PubMed.gov. And people are really amazed what the body tells them through the scanning. You'll be too. Curious? Get your first scan done and see what that's all about. Or ask me on my consultation. Now, on that site, you'll see all my programs. These are just a few. Take Your Body Back is a 12-week weight release mindset coaching program where you can utilize a new version of you to drive your success. And the first session is actually private to you. I am a certified HIPAA health practitioner, and all assessments are private. I go over those first. I give you a choice of 3 different programs. One of them is a natural approach to the GLP-1 that doesn't have the side effects that the medical version does. And the program that you choose, I'll give you directions with. I also give you instructions how to create that new version of you that's going to drive you with emotion and passion to reach and achieve your health and weight transformational goals. The rest of the coaching is the same, whether it's in private or group. We're celebrating your wins. I'll be guiding over guests with health and mindset tips, and I'll show you how to use your boards. You will become a new you. This program is has changed, so you need to ask me questions at my consultation regarding it. If you're do-yourself or why fast is for you, it's an intermittent fasting program that gets your cells and body humming and in turn boosts your metabolism with rich, dense nutrition and high-quality essential nutrients, and a program of exercise and recipes. Here you can ask me questions, and if you feel like you need some coaching, you can pay for a 2 or 4 week program. And if you want to pay for more coaching, that's up to you. With my mindset enhancement and health optimization, you could do these smaller programs, but the larger programs are more economical for long-term use. But I can also create a custom program if you do a two-week program that might fit you better, more uniquely, and maybe be more economical over time. I'm still offering Debi's coaching test, which is a 30-minute intimate coaching session that's not recorded. For the video audience, they can see the topics because it is based on a survey that's picked. And for the audio audience, you need to email me for the questions. These meetings are on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. And you go to DebiChangesLives.com. That's DebiChangesLives, and Victory ES.com /chat CHTS, and you'll find out what my coaching is about. Finally, learn more about alternative health services, products, programs, offers, articles, blogs, upcoming shows, promos, and events by subscribing to my newsletter, which is at DebiChangesLives.com. But this time /radio TV show, all in lowercase is one word, or use that QR code, and you get a gift, a 30-day health and mindset daily action journal, where you can record your gratitude, thoughts, feelings, and emotions, as well as the food, the water, the supplements, and the exercise you've done on a daily basis. You even track your measurements. Then you want to review it on a on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to see your wins and celebrate them, find your gaps to work on. And if you need help bridging that gap, you contact me for coaching. This journal is a great health and mindset awareness tool. I'm certain that you found this show educational, enjoyed it, and it's informative. Reach out to me for my services, products, programs, and offers. And remember the NuCalm offer, where you get the 15% lifetime discount, and it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you do this within 48 hours, you'll be in a drawing where you can get a copy, one copy goes out, of NuCalm, Your Unfair Advantage, the book that David wrote. So I think we have some time for closing remarks. So can we bring people back? All right. Does anyone have anything else to say?
I think what keeps always in the back of my mind is credibility, compelling, change potential for people who have been suffering, people who don't sleep or what have you. But I always come back to, there has never been another company with a patent like NuCalm. They're the first company, the only company in the world that has the patent to balance and reset your nervous system. It's absolutely amazing in the world, and we have the opportunity to go out and share it. I think that's really powerful, and I think that's a lot of the reasoning plus more of why everybody just brags about the results of the product, because it's so results driven and it's affordable.
Yeah, I just want to say, I want to echo everything David's saying. What an honor, Debi. What an amazing show. What a privilege to be here. I hope to come on many more times. And it's so kind of you to have that drawing. I think that's incredible to be able to provide that book, and certainly to give the offer you're giving. This is I don't use this word lightly. It is a life-changing product. And even if you're tuning in or watching a recording, and this might be something you're not struggling with sleep, or you're not struggling with stress, or you're not looking for a sense of calm. There are people that are, and serve others. Care about others. But we live in a world nowadays where what's the solution normally is get on a prescription drug, right? And I'm not, obviously there's a need for prescriptions, right? Certain kinds, but I think we're over medicated when it comes to what's going on. And, you know, not being ironically, the word Debbie, I'm not being a Debbie Downer, but we are living in some really crazy times from everything that's going on, right? From inflation to wars to politics. It seems like we cannot, you look left, you look right, you look backwards, straight ahead. It's just crazy times. And we have what I believe to be a way to kind of bring more balance to people's life, more happiness, more calm. I mean, what a great name, NuCalm. Who doesn't want to be calm, right? Who wants to live in a constant state of chaos and stress and so on and so forth? So appreciate you. It's been an honor. Dr. Conaway, it's always great to see you. You are a rock star. Appreciate you. And, you know, when a doctor speaks, I always love to listen. And you agree.
Well, thank you, Michael. And, you know, I need to echo what David said with respect to how cost effective this program is. You know, if I had known about this program and someone told me it cost $6,000, I probably would have spent the $6,000 to get it. But, you know, I mean, I'm that kind of person. When I found out how quickly it worked and how well it worked so quickly, it was like, Katie, bar the door. Don't stop me now. And to know that I can have the availability of this program for the amount of money I spend on it, it's just amazing. So kudos. And David, for you to pull this all together, it's just been absolutely wonderful. And Michael, it's great to be with you again. And Debbie, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. One thing I want to make everyone aware of. Sometimes they're not aware of their stress because they live it every day and it's part of them. Yeah. But it's like they can see it in their body. They're holding on to that weight for some reason. They're holding on to tension in their neck. They're holding on to not being able to breathe very well. Think about it. Mm-hmm. All that stress related. Am I right, Dr. Joanne Conaway?
Absolutely. And, you know, Michael said something a few minutes ago about maybe you're the person who doesn't have to worry about sleep, or maybe you're the person who doesn't have to worry about stress. I don't know many people that don't have to worry about stress and don't have to worry about sleep. And so, again, this is another reason why this product is so powerful. There are so many people, and in my world, there's no one who can't benefit from this program.
Most definitely. So I really enjoyed the show. It went by so fast, but I appreciate you all for being here. Michael for being here, and also David for being here, and Dr. Joanne Conaway. This show wouldn't be able to happen unless you guys participated. So thank you for being my guests. So
thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Bravo to us. And I'm going to wrap up the show now. So, so I'm certain that you found this show and you'll continue to find this show enlightening. And this is begins your holistic journey. So remember to tune in on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, where your holistic journey begins.